11:20 a.m. Love Bloom City Art Museum.
I still like it. Hey, detective, do you know why I brought you here today?
If you mean to say there was a reason other than to appreciate the beautiful works of art displayed on these walls, then no, I am not aware of what that might be.
I'll give you a hint. Guess what today is?
Ah, now that you mention it, this is where we first met 1 month ago.
That's right. It's like an anniversary day.
You've certainly grown into your romance title.
I'm honored to hear that from the lovely romance detective.
Did you plan on this rose-themed exhibit being featured as well?
No, that was actually an unfortunate coincidence.
Unfortunate,
Yeah, I mean, roses have been kind of ruined for me since that case.
They are bittersweet, I suppose.
How so?
While they certainly caused a great deal of trouble, we might not have met otherwise.
I never thought of it that way before. I guess that makes this a romantic coincidence.
Oh my god. Indeed it does!
Let's take a closer look at all this art. We gotta have the full experience.
Click on things to investigate them.
You know, this kind of looks like the art room from the last episode of the Life is Strange Season 1.
Yeah, but it looks like any art room.
Shut up.
They all look the same.
You know, maybe it's rude to say this, but it doesn't look like much effort was put into some of these.
Look closer. You can feel a unique energy from each brushstroke. Do you see how the plant has been layered on it? Paint has been layered on in some places more than others.
Yeah, but more paint doesn't necessarily mean more effort. These ones are just blobs of color.
Romance Cop. It may be true that a skilled artist's work will often seem effortless. However, it can take years of practice to be able to create such evocative blobs of art such as these.
Sure, but they're so messy compared to that big one behind us. It just feels to me like the artist got lazy.
You tend towards more traditional, figurative art, I see. Very well. There's still hope for your tastes to expand in due time.
Oops, I feel like I disappointed her somehow. Is this the same vase from our first assignment together, isn't it? No, this is the same vase from our first assignment together, isn't it?
Who could forget? It's one of a kind.
Looking at it now, I almost want to take it home as a keepsake.
Even despite its gaudy appearance?
It's definitely grown on me. Let me guess, is red your favorite color?
I suppose it's crimson to be specific. It's very alluring.
No wonder you'd be drawn to roses, huh? I mean, aside from being named after them.
Roses are a symbol of romance and beauty. I'd always admired them as such, though now I no longer feel the need to carry one with me as proof of my devotion to romance.
Yeah, you're beautiful, without the help of any silly flower. You're turning them out your favorite color.
Now, enough of that. You picked up a leaflet to take home.
So, after this, I was thinking we could go...
Come in, Romance Cop!
Oh, it's the chief!
It could be urgent.
Romance Cop and Romance Detective here. Do you need us for something, Chief?
Sorry, I know you're off duty today, but I've got a few things that needs taken care of. Things have been unusually busy lately, so you're the only ones I can count on.
Could it be crimes against romance?
Go ahead, Chief.
We're listening. First and foremost, it seems like a punk teenager went on a vandalism spree and ruined some school property, among other things. I want you two to go investigate.
Huh? Wouldn't that fall under the school resource officer's jurisdiction?
What? Why would a middle school need something like that?
I thought every school had its own police officer. At least the ones I went to did. I guess it's different in Love Bloom.
Romance Cop, what kind of city did you come from?
A normal one?
That aside, just head over to Snapdragon Middle School. The vice principal will find you in one of the details.
Fill you in.
Whatever. Oh, and the other thing, we've got an escaped convict on the loose.
That seems slightly more important.
An escape what?
Shouldn't you have brought that one up first? He isn't dangerous, I don't think, but we should probably find the guy. So drop by when you can. I'll show you his mugshot so you know who to look for.
Understood. Thank you, Chief.
No problem. Always happy to have the romance duo on the case.
Well, please don't call us that.
Oh, don't be so shy, romance cop. See you two later.
I'm not the shy one.
Now then, what were you about to say before the Chief called us?
Oh, just that I wanted to go to the park after this, but now it looks like we'll be busy.
Worry not, romance cop. I'm sure we will have plenty of future opportunities to spend our quiet, peaceful days at the park.
Is this really okay with you? We were supposed to have the whole day off.
Whether we're on the job or not, what truly matters is our time spent together.
Detective.
What I mean is, it's nothing to fret over. Our city needs us.
Agreed. All right, then. Let's decide what to do first. The vandalism case or the escaped convict.
Convict seems a little more important. I leave that entirely up to you. If we go to the police station, that's for the convict.
I want more info on whoever broke out of our little jail. I just can't imagine why the chief was so calm about it.
I'm curious as to what kind of criminal we're dealing with. If he was able to escape, it's possible he's a professional.
Our jail is always so empty. I'm surprised there was anyone in there to break out in the first place. Anyway, let's go.
You ladies got here fast. Couldn't expect anything less from my two favorite members of the force.
I must remind you, I do not qualify as an official member. However, the sentiment is appreciated.
Chief, I have to ask. Why are you wearing an eye patch? Is today some kind of pirate-themed holiday I don't know about?
That sounds amazing.
Oh, this? I lost my eye, no big deal.
What? Are you okay?
Listen up, romance cop. I was joking. Just got a little banged up last night, you know, by our jailbreak friend.
Did he punch you out during his escape?
Oh, no, nothing like that. He slipped out so quietly no one even noticed he was missing until the morning. Nah, the eye patch is from what got him arrested in the first place.
Can you please just tell us the whole story from the beginning? The way you've been explaining this, I feel like you're trying to give me a heart attack.
It appears Romance Cop has not yet grown accustomed to your peculiar sense of humor, Chief. Please go easier on her in the future.
Yeah, sorry about that. You shouldn't worry about me, though. I'm extremely robust for my size. Anyway, we'll start here. This is our guy.
Wow, very descriptive.
Well, they said that the game
It's
was
a joke.
Yeah.
I told him we didn't really need to bother with photos since he wasn't really being arrested, but he was very insistent that we follow proper procedure.
Why would anyone want to go through all of this?
So, what happened was, we were both at the sports bar to watch the game, right? And I happened to be sitting next to him. It was an intense game, so of course when our team scored, the whole bar got really worked up. So suddenly, an elbow got me right in the eye. He got a pretty good hit on me, and I stumbled backwards in some chairs. It must have looked a lot worse than it felt because there was a whole crowd of people surrounding me, asking if I was alright. And this guy, our perp, was all up in my face apologizing over and over. I kept telling him it wasn't his fault, and that I was totally fine, but he wasn't having it. Then I guess someone shouted something like, "Hey, that's the chief of police you just assaulted, bruh." Which really only made the guy even more panicked. Things escalated, and he ended up on his knees, begging me to lock him up for the night so he could make up for what happened. It was pretty ridiculous. Even though everyone there agreed it was clearly an accident, he just wouldn't let it go. The only way that night was going to end was with me taking him to jail. So I did what I had to do and arrested the guy. The end.
So then, I don't get it. Why did he break out?
Who knows? Change of heart?
I understand why we must capture this man. Without spending his full night in jail, he can never atone for his mistake.
Well, like I said, I never held it against him in the first place, but he shouldn't have made such a big deal out of it if he wasn't going to follow through all the way.
What a strange guy. As soon as we find him, I'm demanding an explanation.
Let me know how that goes. I'm here if you have any other questions.
Thank you, Chief.
Oh, hold on. Before we go, I wanted to change into my uniform.
You know, I'm really glad I paired you two up. That girl was so uptight when she first got here. With you around, she's much more relaxed.
I have that effect on people. Is that so?
It's all thanks to you working those romance detective charms. But really, Rose, thanks for always helping out.
There's no need to thank me. After all, it is my mission in life to carry out romantic justice.
Of course. You know, it's really nice seeing you around more often.
I did not realize you previously longed for my company.
We're friends, aren't we? I just figured you were always off doing lone wolf things. Important romance cases to solve and whatnot. Lone wolf things.
Mm-hmm. Perhaps the three of us should go out sometime. I would like to make up for the years of neglect you have suffered.
Nice. Sounds good to me, but I gotta do the boss thing and tell you it ain't happening till your work's done.
Then we will be swift.
Sorry
Sweet.
to keep you waiting. I'm ready to go now. I feel like they're setting up a three-way.
These character designs are so cute. Perfect timing, romance cop. Let us proceed.
I suppose you two will be headed to the school now?
Right. We'll be sure to keep an eye out for Mr. Jailbreak on the way.
We will solve both cases in the name of love. Snapdragon Middle School.
You two must be from the police department. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Vice Principal Bell.
I'm Romance Detective, and this is my partner, Romance Cop.
Heavens, I wasn't expecting them to send the great Romance Detective for something like this. And you're a duo now. How exciting!
My partner and I appear wherever we are needed for romantic justice.
Yep. No crime is too small for this team, so please give us the rundown, ma'am. What happened here?
Well, we had a group of students decorating a food stand for the big spring festival in order to raise money for the school. They were going to sell baked goods, same as every year. But apparently someone took issue with that because they decided to sabotage the whole stand. Come with me. This is what it looks like as of last night.
It's very
colorful.
Used to be much cuter if you ask me. The students only have today for tomorrow to fix it up and make it presentable. We'd like to catch the little troublemaker as soon as possible before they have the chance to do something like this again. Could you find out who did it?
Leave it to us.
Are those roses? Detective, do you think this might mean...
Impossible! We've already solved that case.
But if there's some kid carrying one of those roses around...
If they are somehow in circulation again, we at least know how to handle it, though I haven't noticed any since that incident.
We never did figure out what caused the roses to make people act so impulsively. Can we even say we truly solved that case?
I suppose not. However, we don't have any leads. Baseless conjecture will not bring us any closer to the truth.
Yeah, I guess so. I'll just talk it up to another one of those things I'm not meant to understand, like how Cupid is real.
Just click on it.
Look at all this graffiti.
This child is very talented.
Now's not the time to be impressed, Detective. Though it does look kind of cool. They don't have permission to use it. Though it does look kind of cool. They don't have permission to use this as their personal canvas.
There's a poem here. Aster, you're rad as hell, I'm bad as hell. Without you, I'm sad as hell.
Amazing. That sounds like something Chloe would write.
Whoever wrote this would be better off sticking to painting. It's kind of cute, though, for a middle schooler.
Cute? This bit of writing certainly deserves more praise than that. It has excellent rhythm. The comparison to hell is intended to mean exceedingly, but it also serves to emphasize the author's state of being in the absence of this Aster character. Brilliant.
Okay, but poems are supposed to rhyme. I mean, I guess it does, but you can't just end all the lines the same. That's cheating.
First the paintings, and now this as well. Rules do not apply to poetry, Romance Cop. There are only guidelines, not to bind words, but to provide a framework for conveying greater meaning.
Well, I still think it's cheating.
I'll work on your apparent issues with appreciating poetry another time. These well-constructed words have granted us a few clues.
You're right. It looks like our culprit has a crush on Aster, whoever that is.
The vice principal will surely fill us in.
Excuse me, there's something I think you could help us with, ma'am.
Oh, what would that be?
Does anyone at this school go by the name Aster?
Well, yes, but...
What?
Dear little Aster would never be involved in something like this. Besides, she's the one who oversaw the project in the first place. It's part of her job as student secretary.
We're not accusing her of anything. But could you please let us talk to her? She might be able to point us in the right direction.
Well, I suppose.
Is she here at the school today?
Yes, of course. She has perfect attendance. Classes are just about to be let out. So would you like me to bring her here?
Please and thank you.
2:40 p.m.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Do you want to be neon punk?
Yes. You're mad, right? So start yelling.
What would that accomplish? I see no point in it.
What are you, a robot? Normal people would shout at someone who wrecks their stuff.
Different people express their emotions in different ways.
But you never express anything. I just wish you'd react sometimes.
Oh, Aster, there you are. There are two nice ladies here with the police department that'd like to speak with you about what happened. All right.
Hello, Aster. I'm Officer Chris, and this is my partner, Romance Detective.
We have a few questions for you concerning this graffiti.
I don't know anything about it.
Well then, I promise this won't take very long. Is there anyone you know who might be responsible for this?
No, I don't think so.
Even the smallest hint could be helpful to us.
If I did happen to see something, I wouldn't have any proof. I'd rather not make any baseless accusations against my classmates.
So, did you see something?
No, nothing.
This poem here, doesn't it remind you of something? Like a love letter, maybe?
You think the culprit is referring to me?
Yes. So do you have any secret admirers?
They wouldn't be secret if I knew about them.
She has a point, Romance Cop.
Fine, never mind. I'm kind of hesitant to ask this, but was it you?
I wonder.
Just a yes or no answer is fine.
No, it wasn't me.
Yeah, I guess it's pretty obvious. Sorry for asking.
You didn't see anything?
You said you didn't see anything, but I'm not quite convinced. Please tell us where you were when the crime took place.
I was in the library until sundown. The librarian can confirm my alibi for you.
There's no need. Your answer has given away a crucial fact to the case.
A crucial fact?
And what could that be?
That you have knowledge of when the vandalism occurred.
Aha! You weren't sure if it happened after school or not, but you just confirmed that for us.
Your reasoning is flimsy. I only assumed that when it took place because the the perpetrator would have been in class otherwise.
You're certain it was a student who did this?
Again, that should be obvious. I can't imagine a member of the faculty destroying student work in such a way. And that poem could only have been written by someone around my age.
So you agree that the poem is lame? Earlier, I couldn't convince the detective at all, but at least I've got you backing me up on this now.
Oh my god.
I didn't say it was lame. Her simple approach to writing is actually rather
Her?
I misspoke.
You're not wiggling your way out of this one. Tell us what you know.
I really have nothing to say. As I told you before, there is no proof.
Then why try to hide it from us?
I could be mistaken.
You don't want to get your friend in trouble,
No. We aren't exactly friends, but it would be unfair of me to make accusations based on what could have been a coincidence. That's why I lied.
You really shouldn't lie to the police. But either way, you aren't going to tell us who you're talking about until there's proof. Is that how it is?
Yes. Please understand.
We'll forget you said anything.
Detective.
I will tell you one thing, though. If it really was her, she'll be back again tonight.
The culprit's going to strike again? So soon? How do you know?
You could call it intuition, I suppose.
These games are always so adorable. Like, then we'll hold a stakeout. Aster, could you at least give us a time frame of when the culprit might strike?
This time they won't have the cover of an empty class. Oh wait, no, oops.
You wrong voice.
This time, they won't have the cover of an empty classroom. After dark would be a safe bet.
Great! Let's hope they do come back tonight so we can catch them in the act. Alright.
I think that's good.
So you can play this on Mac and PC, and I think Linux too. And it's free.
And this is the second one.
The first one is free too. It's on itch.io.
It is also adorable. And Nom Nom Nami, who made this, makes a bunch of other super adorable games.
For lesbians. All of her stuff is lesbians.
Well, not for lesbians.
Well, it has
with lesbians. They're not like lesbian only game.
Lesbians for lesbians.
You must be this lesbian to ride.
BLFL.
Like,
you must be this gay to play.
I mean, like, we're not lesbians.
You're right.
So
it's for people who have sapphic desires. How about that? Is that a good compromise?
I mean, but like somebody who doesn't have sapphic desires could play
it's somebody who wants to see cute girls falling in love. It's games that feature girls loving girls. How about that? Does that sound good?
I mean, you could just say lesbian games. You know?
I don't want... See, here's the thing. I don't want to, like, because if I put any sort of definitive... Look, goodbye. Love you.
We're done.